Hi you guys, it's Lisi and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great today. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. Okay, so happy it's over. Yes, agreed, yes. It's been a tumultuous few weeks for me. I'm sure everybody's feeling the same thing. I don't care where you work. I don't care what's going on. It's just the atmosphere. It's just a lot going on, and work is working, for sure. I'm drained. I said, you know what? I'm off on Friday. Yes. And my boss just told me yesterday that I'm off on Sunday. I'm rarely off on Sunday, you guys. I always work on Sundays. So this is me getting in school mom mode because I plan on Instacarting. Okay. I went and I did a few errands. I went to the dollar store, you guys. I love going to the dollar store. My budget in there is $20. Even though I don't plan on spending $20, I just keep $20. So I went in there. I put my little $20 aside. I spent like $15. No, I think I spent 12 because was it? Yeah, because I had $7 left over. Yeah, I spent like 12 bucks in there. Yeah, school marm. Come on, little laddie. But anyway, me in the streets, okay? It was hot as Archie bowls outside. I am not even kidding. It was so hot. I met this cute little lady. She had this, I'm saying, big old big old, okay? I don't know, when I see older ladies with, you know, well endowed, okay? In the chest assist, I be like, I don't know, it gives me comfort, especially when they give you hugs. I'm sorry. When they give you hugs, you feel so comforted. Like, there was this lady in church. She used to always give me a hug, and I used to feel like a little kid again. I used to feel so special. I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, a hug does so much for someone when it's genuine. If it's not a genuine hug, you can feel it. But when it's a genuine hug, it's like you can literally release and cry and everything, right? Hold on, you guys. Let me take this noise off because y'all don't even know what I'm doing. So when my candle burns down and the wick is done, I have a pot, still rattling. Okay. I have a pot, so I fill it with water, like midpoint, and I put the candle, the ceramic holder in there. So what it is the water's boiling, so the wax is melting, and the whole house smells like eucalyptus. Okay, listen. Where there's a will, Lisi finds a way. I have those little plugins. I've tried the little burners with tea lights. The only thing and I've tried the electrical burners. The only thing I don't like with that is I remember one time with one of them, the bulb went out. I bought new bulbs and the thing still burnt out. Like, it literally, even if I was plugging it in, it wasn't working. So it's like, I spent all this money. I think I spent like $29.99 for that. And then the little burners, the ceramic burners, you can get those anywhere. I want to say between $5.99 and up for a good one. And the tea lights, you got to constantly keep buying the tea lights, and that got annoying for me. So I like the plugins. The plugins usually last for like a month. The whole house smells delicious. My room smells delicious, okay? But you guys are going to invite it out, right? And in my mind, I'm traditional, okay? And what I mean by that is this. I remember hearing women saying, oh, I've never been on a date. What? Where you been? I've dated all kinds, okay? And when they say date, they mean that either they'll take me out for coffee, and we, you know, if we feel like, you know, if the date goes well, usually I end up at dinner, honey, I'm eating, okay? And it always goes well. We go for sushi or something, you know, because it's good conversation. If it's good conversation, good banter, then you want to see more, you want to know more. Of course, if you're already physically attracted to the person, that's one thing. But this new wave of let's just jump in and jump out, listen, we're not jumping in, we just jump out. I can't even dry hump you. I can't even give you a real kiss, you know, and I love to kiss, but I don't kiss no more. No, because, you know, in the old days, they used to say, you get cooties. No, honey. There's other things you could get from the mouth, because people mouth be everywhere. And I don't judge, honey, because I just don't judge. That's for a paywall with members only. But I don't judge, you know what I'm saying? But if I say, oh, I wanna spend the rest of my life with you, then it goes, I wanna spend time with you, then it goes, I just wanna be with you. I hear all of this, right? What you mean is you want them guts. And they not on the menu. You know what's on the menu? Me getting me some Gain or some Tide and washing these clothes. and mopping my floor with some Fabuloso, wiping down my walls with some bleach. Go take me a nice soak with my bubble bath, okay? Unwinding with some UGK gravy. Baby, I was bumping that in the car, okay? Like, I love all kinds of music. Like, you could, listen, I grew up on soca, calypso, reggae, listen, rake and scrape. But I also know classical music, jazz music, country music, rock and roll. Y'all just don't know who Lacey is. But certain songs like pour some sugar on me. Listen, Def Leppard. Like, listen, you just some. I could go from 0 to 2.0 real quick, but that UGK bump different. It's that beat, that bass, everything about it. I can't play that low. I be in the car, honey. I was driving. If you know the song, you know what I mean. Just listen to it. If you know what you know, you want to get down on the floor. Listen, not Pimp C. Like the way the man told, I like. And I know some of the lyrics are, you know, I shouldn't be listening to it because this is what my path is. But I tell you, music is something. It's boundless. And if it makes you feel something or a memory, I've been sitting down lately and I've been thinking, I remember this, I remember that. And I realized like I've always done things to make other people happy, other people comfortable. And I like to keep the peace. I like to have everything just go with the flow. I don't like to make waves. I don't like to fuss fight. I don't push back on none of that. I just go with it. And I was like, you know what? I want to do stuff to make me happy. I want to do stuff that I like. And let me tell you, I came across the song, and when the beat started playing, I was like a dude in a Chevy. What do you call that? In the Cutlass, the 87 Cutlass. Y'all, if those dudes that know, 87 Cutlass, 36-inch rims, okay? That's when you used to turn the wheel like this. That's the kind of, it reminded me, because my sister had one of them. It reminded me of that when that song came on. Baby, if you know what you know, hula hooping in the car seat, okay? I was having a time by myself. Listen, I love music, but nevertheless, I get the text and it's like, oh, you want to hang out and all this stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, it's all around them, I don't want to catch it. Listen, you got to go back. I'm old school, baby. I believe in sexual health. I believe in monogamy. I believe in love who you want to love. I believe in treat the children with care. They're little people. Treat elderly with respect because they provide us wisdom. Not all of them. Again, there's always an exception to every single rule, I promise you. Because some people have gotten older and they have not gotten wiser. They're doing the same things they did when they were back then as teeny boppers. I've always been the same way. I had no choice. I had to be strong. I had to be learned. Yeah, I'm going to say learned. I know that's not the appropriate term, but I'm going to say learned. I had to always be aware of my surroundings, aware of other people, aware of what I'm doing, aware of myself. Mindful. That word right there, mindful. You don't take things personally. You already know and you anticipate. So in any reaction, I reverse every place I go. So I'm always ready. I remember the policeman asked me, he said, why you reverse? Because he was at the pump pumping up the patrol car, baby, and he saw me reverse in the front of the gas station. And he's like, why you? He literally asked me that. You reverse? And I'm like, yeah, I feel safe. He was like, yeah, I like to see what's going on. I like to be able to get in and get out. If you've seen the things I've seen in my lifetime, then you would understand. But baby, you need to always know what's going on. Always. And be mindful of others, you know, be protective of others. So sometimes people be having medical emergencies. I never used to think like this, but I've seen too much. People be having heart attacks while they're driving. Y'all don't understand. Like, you may think that person just being a clown. That person could literally be in there keeling over, chest, whatever. Something else is going on in there. Rectum exploding with diarrhea. You just never know, baby. Things be happening. Some people just ignorant, but things be happening. So I just try to keep that in mind. But anyway, instead of saying, when I hang out, I know my mind is going here from there to everywhere because I'm annoyed. Because I'm just not used to this. I'm used to, you want to go to dinner? Let's go to movies. Let's go. You know, let's go work out. Hey, I've been getting in my workout bag. The only thing, I don't go to the gym no more. I go to the gym by my place. Because when I go to the gym, somebody else want to show me. They want to get behind me and show me how to do a squat. I know how to do a squat, bruh. I know how to do a squat. You think I got these candy yams for nothing? Okay. I wanted to be a police officer, and they told me no. They told me I didn't have the right personality. I laughed too much. That's what the man telling me, seriously. I don't know. I wanted to be a police officer. No, actually, I wanted to be in the FBI. I had a whole plan. I was going to go to police academy. I was going to train and be an officer for 5 years. And then I was going to go and further my education and then just try to elevate to go into the FBI because I wanted to be a secret agent. I wanted to be a Bond girl in real life. Nobody to suspect me, you know? Like, I show up in Rome or Mykonos or someplace like that and I'll be like, I'm looking for Charles. Nobody suspect me, but like, who is this lady? Harper, who that lady? This is just me talking off the cuff, y'all. Excuse me, I'm so excited. I have 3 days off. I'm so excited. You don't know what that means to me. I could cry right now. I've been emotional all day, and I was like, I gotta do content this time for you guys. But I have other things in the works because I'm still trying to do some things on the back end. And I've been thinking a lot lately, you guys. Like in 2 years, I have this plan that I'm trying to enact, and I'm giving myself 2 years. You know why? Because time is gonna pass regardless. If you wanna go to school, go to school. Time is gonna pass regardless. If you wanna pursue something or someone, don't wait. I have a little fella that I'm coaching. But I said coaching because he told me he nervous to tell the girl he like, listen, baby, if you like somebody, give them eye contact. Have a conversation. You know, that's the only way you're gonna know the type of girl she is. Just say, hi, how are you? You look nice today. My name is Ralph. You know, he said he's shy. I'm shy too. This is why I don't approach men, but I always get approached by men and women. You know, this been going on since I was a child. Men and women. From I was a child. They approach me, and in my naivety, when people tell me, oh, you have beautiful lips, or oh, I love your skin, or oh, you have pretty eyes, or I love this. You know, I always just used to be receptive to a compliment, but I never fed into it because I don't like to look at myself in the mirror too much. My grandma always say, vanity, God will take away your beauty if you're too vain and you look at yourself too much. So I just, you know, I be in the mirror for probably 5 minutes and I'm done. I don't do too much. My homegirl told me years ago, she said, I want to beat your face. She does makeup artistry. And she said, I just want to beat your face. I said, you want to beat me? She said, no, I want to beat your face. I want to put makeup on you. Because just to make you up for real. You know, this is just a little bit of lip gloss and Vaseline, y'all. Yeah, I put Vaseline as my base. Little lip liner, okay? And a little mascara to create the look, okay? And y'all know I got them little thin eyebrows. I had to draw these eyebrows and anything. Hold on, that line too low. Y'all know I love a good wig too, baby. Y'all see I got Diana popping. Diana is popping everywhere. And I got 2 babies. So when I go on my trip, because I'm planning on taking a vacation if the world doesn't fall apart by then. But treat myself, even that, you know what I mean? My person, I just wanted to spend time. I've been knowing this person for so long. And I had, what do you call it? All your eggs in one basket. Because I don't hippie hop. If I'm here, I'm here. Because it's safe here. Ain't no disease in here. We already get tested. We get tested every 3 months. We know what's going on here. But when you step out of and you start to get to know new people, you gotta wait, baby. Wait. Cause my whole thing is I would never want to make nobody sick, and I don't want nobody to get me sick. But there's people out here that just don't care. Okay. I had a conversation with someone years ago. I remember this person telling me they got the H, right? And I was stunned, and then because I knew they were active, you know what I mean? So I said, do you tell these people? And you know what they say? Well, anal don't count. Baby, when I say I almost fell out, they said anal don't count. I said, I don't know nothing about that, but that's an orifice. Yeah, so if you're doing something, outbreak or not, baby, pretty much you exposed somebody to something and you didn't tell them. You know, it's just crazy. And, you know, just this goes for men and women. I don't placate the sex. I don't placate the sex. You understand? Because we're all human beings and everybody needs to be accountable. I have friends and I know people and I've seen things, and no respect a person. You know, you're going to do what you want to do and you're going to be who you are. And if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Baby, people show me who they are all the time, and I know, and I click it, click. You know, you register, click. But I don't judge. You know, I'm giving you a chance to change for yourself, not for me, because I already know who you are, so I already know how far to go. Don't bother me. But baby, the next person, honey, they ain't gonna be as gracious. People out here crazy, and some people just are just fed up with nonsense. You know, I think people are just fed up with nonsense. But me, I'm just happy-go-lucky, because I lost a lot of friends at a very young age. You know, the people that I love and would see. So all I have is my sisters and my family like that. But a lot of people I lost at a young age. So those people I went to school with that I really cared about, and you know, most of my friends, I always tell people I work with, like, you guys are my family. You're my second family. Like the girls I work with, every woman that I've ever worked with, chef kiss. I had a couple that tried to come through like mean girlish, and I ignored them. I ignored them until they came around, because I'm not gonna give negative energy. I don't like negative energy. I like to like people. Why should I not like people? Why do I have to change who I am and be mean because you're mean? No, that's not how that go. If you mean, you stay mean over there. Whitley, be going over there, have some fun. Let's go. Girl, I used to be blowing bubbles. I used to be running around with pom-poms. I just be making jokes. I tell dirty jokes. Dirty jokes are my favorite because people don't expect the dirty jokes to come from me. But the dirty jokes, you know, you can't say it in front of everybody. And again, I'm not a prude or whatever, but I have to be mindful of who I'm trying to be. So, you know, I'd be like, oh, sorry, Jesus. If it went too far, you know, can't go too far. Just enough. But yeah, I know he's still sitting there waiting. Girl, I don't care. Y'all know I don't care. All I care about right now is having me something delicious to eat. And I think I'm gonna start, oh yeah, I gotta do the Instacart thing. I've never done it before, you guys. I started looking into it this morning when I ordered my breakfast. Yeah, I ordered my breakfast, honey. I stayed in bed and had breakfast in bed. I had no intentions on getting out of my bed today, except to go see my daughter. That was it. That was my she went to work, so now I'm getting in my shenanigans. But again, turn that UGK all the way up in the house by yourself. Oh, hold on. Let me get a little drinky poop. Thinking, no, like I know you're gonna get down on the floor. You know who else I like? Obviously. I know some Tupac, right? They got what's the fella name? I like Mexican OT. I listen to a couple stuff of him. What's the boy name? This other boy. These are the newer people, because I know the old people like Scarface. Boy, I had a crush on Scarface. I had a crush on, what's the name of that dude? Hustling. But you know, honey, as life goes on, you realize people aren't what you thought, and you back all the way up. No, baby, I don't want to be in the midst of none of that what you got going on there. I can't do it. No, I'm a Caribbean woman, okay, and I like to be calm, okay. I don't like the chaos. I don't like the drama. That's me personally. And I got a couple sisters that'll give you that spicy Latina energy. They're not like me. It just tastes like a spicy lemonade. It's called, what the thing is called again? One of the ladies in the bakery told me to get some um, lemon drop. It literally tastes like, and once I have a little sip of it, I feel so relaxed. Hair is down again, you guys. So I've been thinking about what my trip is gonna be. I want to swim up bungalow or room, but I'm willing to pay for what I want because I've always done like staycations with my daughter, and you know we go on a budget. But I want to really do something that's memorable, make a memory. I've been halting because I don't really want to travel too heavily based on everything that's going on with the tariffs and whatnot. Just being safe and mindful still, but life doesn't stop. Life keeps going and evolving, and things are not gonna magically be a certain way. I'm a person, I believe everything happens for a reason. Don't ever sit there and be discouraged. I promise you. I have seen some things. I have been in some dark places where I would just cry, right? And literally, like, I'll go and make somebody else laugh, but I'm in the corner crying because I don't want to. But I could go over there and make you laugh, you know, and that makes me feel good. And literally, after I say what I have to say, I'd be like, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. 24 hours, I saw a change. 24 hours, that quick. And it doesn't always happen that quick for everything I asked for. But I don't know if it's because you felt the need that I had or them tears. I think it was the tears. Because, baby, when I cry, I cry. That's how I don't like to cry. Because when I cry, I can't stop crying. Like, I remember I cried for a week straight. I'm not going to get into all of that, but I cried for a week. I could not stop crying. When my sister saw me, my whole face was like puffy, like, and my eyes were like sunken in because I'd been crying for the whole week or whatever. But maybe I got past that. And in that moment, you know, looking back and remembering that hurt, in that moment, I thought, oh my gosh, it will never be. I just want to be gone, you know, in that moment. But baby, that's why you have to live another day. I had a girlfriend. I loved her so much. We had brief interactions because I met her through one of my cousins. She was messing with one of my cousins. And when I first met her, she had me giggle and tickle pink. And she always made me feel so beautiful. You know, I grew up, a lot of people were mean to me. Oh my gosh, I had bullies my whole life, okay? People called me fat, they called me ugly. You know, they would say derogatory terms, that you so dark, and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And these are people in my culture. So I don't want nobody telling me about what somebody else do to them. This is my own people doing it to me and hurting me and attacking me. So for me, I see things very differently. I think hatred comes from within. I think hatred comes from everywhere. You got to love yourself. You have to be mindful of yourself and do not project what somebody else is putting onto you. Because all you're doing is spreading a cycle of violence, spreading a cycle of hatred, spreading a cycle of anger. And I just don't want to be that person, like, ever in my life. But when they used to bully me and say stuff, my sisters always made me feel beautiful. My sisters always told me I was beautiful. But this girl, she's like, you're just so beautiful. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, girl, I'm fat, girl. Please. She's like, girl, I'm fat. And we just used to be laughing. Girl, we used to have fart jokes. Listen, and she called me one day. And she told me she wasn't feeling good. And I said in my heart, I said, I gotta go see her. I gotta go see her. And I was working so much during that time. And 3 days later, somebody called me and told me she died from a pneumonia. And to this day, that was many years ago. To this day, she is still one of the most beautiful people I've ever met in my life. I still remember her first and last name, and I won't say it. But she was such a nice lady. And let me tell you why I thought of her. Because she loved so deeply, and she was such a good person. And I watched people mistreat that girl. I watched people mistreat her. And I think that's why it's not a trauma bond. I think I understood her so well. And she understood me. And I didn't go to her funeral. I didn't get to go to her funeral because this is all international. But I love her so much. I think about her every freaking day. You don't know the impact you have on someone just by a smile or being nice. And she gave the best hugs, you guys. Like the best hugs. Okay, let me get out of that mindset because I'll just get all weepy-eyed and stuff. Her and my birthday twin, same thing with her. Honey, we went out one night and I got in shenanigans. That's listen. And she told me, she was like, you going out with me, you need to chill. Because I know you don't know nothing about street life. Listen, I was in the hood, you guys. I was in the hood and I was having a ball in the hood. Listen, okay? It's nothing like being in the hood when the cars are coming through and they showing all of the rims and listen, it's a different time. It's a different, it's a different vibe. I can't explain it. If you like cars, then you would understand. Like, I love cars. I love to see, the body work that they put into it. I would never personally invest that type of money into a car, but I love to see how they showcase it, and when the music and the colors and the lights, I just love to see it. I don't know. And we went out there, but I remember one time she cooked for me and she had me there. She made the best roast corn. And I went there and I told her, I said, I can't come back over here. But I loved her too. Very much. I still do. She showed me things that I didn't know. I've been exposed to other ways of life, but that street life I didn't know. So she exposed me to that. So I had that understanding. That's why people do. So when you see somebody's, what they say, walk a mile in someone's shoes, when they show you something, then you understand that life. Because I grew up in a different way. I just can't even explain it. It's been so many different facets to it. Coming from the back of the bush, 2-parent home, being in suburban, living in the hood, just seeing different diaspora of personalities and ways of life and people, being around coppers and attorneys and doctors and real estate people and all these different type of people, and then being around down home, honest, hard-working folk. And I say honest, hard-working folk because I see how hard you work 30 years to build your house, brick and mortar, and raise your family. I love to see families like that. So cute. When they have babies, so cute. My family dynamic is so different, because it's so many people. One different family reunion is different from the other one, because that one has everybody on that side and it's everybody on that side. It's just different. But during a funeral, honey, you see everybody at a funeral, okay? People you didn't even know. I had cousins that I didn't even know. My aunt had to say, hey, don't talk to her, that's your cousin. No, that's your cousin. Some people don't care. Be like, oh, that's my second or third cousin, baby. Once I hear cousin family, what you think this is? The Hills Have Eyes? No. This is just me ranting on up. Well, not really ranting, just sharing a few thoughts. Having a personal moment with you guys, a personal moment on a Friday night. Happy Labor Day weekend to you again. I hope, listen, time is clicking. What time is it? 7:41. Baby, I gotta get it popping before 8:30. So, I just want to get on. Say happy Friday. Have a little light chat with y'all. Share a little tea. Okay? Still blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone. What? It's all around, man. We don't want to get you. Stay in the house and you don't want to catch it. Protect yourself and your energy for real. Shout out to Erica De Niro. Yes, I watch her. Check it out. Okay. Listen. Love yourself. I'm gonna say that. Love yourself and love your family. Honey, nobody's perfect. I promise you. I could tell you some things, okay? But protect your energy. And my sister agreed with me. She was like, yeah, you need to start doing for yourself. You always doing for everybody else. For real. You need to live. I don't know how many more. Who knows? This could be my last video. You wouldn't know if something happened to me and I'm just gone from this earth. you'll just see the video stop showing up. And eventually the channel will be shut down. And eventually it'll just fade into the wind. It'll just be like another voice, another face you've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, I look at life like that. Like, if you've ever taken a flight and you look down, it's like sand on the beach. People, it's so many of us. It's so many of us, people, human beings. And we just need more of us to just unconditionally love one another. You know how different life would be if everybody unconditionally just loved one another across the board? We wouldn't have so much craziness. I promise you. I promise you. If I see an opportunity to be nice to somebody, I take it. If I can't really, you know, and again, I'm not perfect. You know, when I'm driving, I'd be like, look at this lunatic. Okay, all right, baby. Sparky, okay. But guess what? I'm not in a race with you. I am not better than you. I'm just another human, imperfectly here. And I want the best for you. I really do. I don't need to know you to want the best for you. For goodness sakes, I know what I've been through. And baby, I don't wish that on nobody. I don't look like it, okay? And that's the trick. I don't look like it, so that's the trick. Tell me, I went for this modeling thing, and they told me, they was like, you're not fat enough. It was for big girls. They were like, oh, you're not fat enough. You need to be fatter. I was like, okay. I'm not fat enough? And then the girl was like, oh, you're just too pretty. I was like, I don't think so. I don't think so. I just want a chance. I just love this hair so much, y'all. I just love this lioness Diana look, okay? Y'all, listen, I'm so super excited. I wish y'all the best. I want to go take a swim. Maybe I should take a swim. But I don't know. Once I get out there, I don't want to be out there till all night taking a swim. Let me go get my Instacart and get me something grilled. Maybe have some salmon. I want some crab legs, actually. Girl, oh, before I go, Red Lobster. Congratulations, Bill. I only have one thing to tell you about because I buy that Mariner's broil. I bought it like 3 times. That's one of my favorite dishes, okay? I grew up on seafood. I'm a seafood girly. I've seen a crab this big that they brought from the deep blue sea. Yeah, you see how, yeah, I've seen a crab that big. So I'm gonna tell y'all, Red Lobster, I love y'all, I support y'all. And you know I do, look it up, Lisi. You see Lisi name on that tag, okay? Only thing I'm gonna tell y'all, the corn, the ratio of the corn is good. Why are we buying the sausage separate? I know everybody don't eat sausage, so I ain't gonna fuss on that. But when I get my plate, okay, why is there only 1 crab leg in there? I know y'all got the shrimp and you got the lobster in there and you got the corn and the potatoes. I think it should be at least 2 or 1.5 crab leg, not just 1 crab leg. That's the only thing I'm gonna make noise about. I feel like there should be an extra crab leg in there. All that money, because it comes out to about $71, okay? It comes out to about $71 every time I buy it. So I feel like for $71, I should have 2 crab legs. That's my only complaint, Red Lobster. But it's delicious. It's delicious. I like the new menu. And yeah, because I've tried other seafood places. I love sushi, but you can't have sushi from everybody. Everybody don't know what they're doing with sushi, okay? And I have never been really into just the raw, the caviar, whatever. But I do like my sushi with good caviar, okay? Fresh, okay? But yeah, now we talk about food, baby. We talk about food all day. I'm sorry, y'all. This little half thing I have on under this dress is driving me bonkers. Y'all know. And you see how, yeah, you see? That's me wiggling. That's me wiggling. What's that, the Carlton dance? Whatever. So, that's all I got going on, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just me talking. This is just me being Lisi. I'm gonna talk to you again. Be good or good at it. Okay? Ciao, darlings.